The silence from Apple's audio department has been deafening for years, but the whispers in the supply chain have finally turned into a roar that we can no longer ignore. For half a decade, the original AirPods Max stood as a polarizing icon of luxury audio, praised for its build, but increasingly criticized for its aging tech and that baffling smart case. But as we sit here in 2026, the landscape has shifted. The competition from Sony, Bose, and even Sonos has reached a fever pitch, forcing Apple to finally reveal its hand. What we are looking at isn't just a minor refresh. It is a total internal reconstruction of what high-end mobile audio should be. The leaks have become a flood, revealing a device that bridged the gap between casual listening and professional-grade studio performance. We are talking about a shift in silicon, a revolution in connectivity, and features that we honestly thought Apple would never grant us. The stakes are incredibly high because at a rumored $550, these can't just be good headphones. They have to be the definitive statement in wearable technology. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more tech updates. The heart of this entire evolution is the H2 chip, or more specifically, a dual-chip architecture that changes the way these headphones think. In the original model, the H1 chip was impressive for its time, but lacked the sheer computational horsepower to handle the modern demands of Apple Intelligence. With the AirPods Max 2, the H2 chip unlocks a level of active noise cancellation that is being described as nearly twice as effective as the previous generation. Imagine walking through the center of Times Square or sitting next to a jet engine and feeling like you are in a vacuum-sealed library. That is the promise here. But it goes beyond just blocking noise. It's about intelligence. The leaks point toward a new feature called adaptive audio that dynamically blends transparency mode and active noise cancellation based on your environment. If a siren passes by, the headphones recognize the frequency and instantly dampen it. But if a friend starts talking to you, the conversation awareness feature kicks in, lowering your music and enhancing their voice, so naturally, it feels like you aren't wearing headphones at all. This isn't just audio playback. It's an augmented reality experience for your ears. One of the biggest points of contention with the original Max was the lack of support for lossless audio. Apple pushed high-fidelity audio on its streaming service, but didn't provide a wireless way to actually hear it on their most expensive headphones. That ends now. The rumors suggest that the AirPods Max 2 will utilize a new proprietary wireless protocol, possibly a version of LC3 or a specialized ultra-wideband link, to deliver true 24-bit lossless audio wirelessly for the first time. For the audiophiles who have spent years carrying around external DACs and cables, this is the holy grail. The drivers themselves are reportedly being redesigned with a new high-dynamic range amplifier. This means even at high volumes, the distortion is virtually zero, providing a clinical, crisp, and expansive soundstage that makes you feel like the orchestra is sitting in a room with you. We are hearing reports of a deeper, more controlled sub-bass that doesn't bleed into the mids, allowing for a level of vocal clarity that was previously reserved for open-back studio monitors. Now, let's talk about the physical reality of these headphones, because the design is where Apple is making its most tactical moves. While the iconic aluminum ear cups and the mesh canopy remain, mostly because they have become a status symbol, the internals have been lightened. One of the main complaints about the first generation was the weight, leading to neck fatigue during long sessions. The AirPods Max 2 are rumored to use a new magnesium alloy for the internal frame, shaving off significant weight without sacrificing that premium, cold-to-the-touch feel. And yes, the port transition is finally complete. The Lightning port is dead, replaced by a high-speed USB-C port that doesn't just handle charging, but also serves as a direct digital-to-analog interface for those who still want a wired connection for professional editing. But perhaps the most Apple rumor of all is the integration of the digital crown. We're hearing that it will now feature haptic feedback, giving you a tactile click as you scroll through volume or tracks, making the interaction feel more like a luxury watch than a piece of plastic consumer electronics. The battery life is another area where the leaks are pointing toward a massive leap. While 20 hours was the standard for years, The efficiency of the H2 chip and a slightly denser battery cell are expected to push the AirPods Max 2 toward the 35 to 40-hour mark. This effectively doubles the usable life between charges, putting it on par with the marathon runners of the industry. But it's the small features that often make the biggest impact. We're looking at the inclusion of Find My Precision Finding with a dedicated U2 chip inside the ear cups. Never again will you lose a $500 pair of headphones in your own house. Your iPhone will lead you right to them with centimeter-level accuracy. There's even talk of a new sensors that could detect the health of your ears, alerting you if the volume levels are consistently in a range that could cause long-term hearing damage, or even adjusting the EQ in real time to compensate for your specific hearing profile as you age. This is personalized audio taken to its logical extreme.